Good morning, students. Let's revise the topic measuring angles using protractor under the heading angles. Now, children, first we need to familiarize ourselves with this instrument called protractor, or in common language we call it D. This is the instrument which we use for measuring the angles. As told in the class, you can see the markings from 0 to 80 on outer side as well as 0 to 180 inside also, inner side. These represents the degrees. And the small division that you can see between the numbers, this represent the one single division represents 1 degree. Whole circle is divided into 360 parts, and hence half of the circle is divided into 180 parts. So here you can see these 180 small divisions, where one division represents 1 degree. Now children, in this you can see this line which is exactly on 90 degree, the straight vertical line, and there is another line. This is called the baseline, the straight line that is going from 0 to 180 degree. This is a straight line representing 180 degree angle. This is called the baseline of the protractor, and this vertical line, wherever they are meeting, this meeting point is called the center of the protractor. Now, whenever we have to measure the angle, these two things helps us to measure the angle, the center point and the baseline. Now children, here you can see how we have to measure the angle. You have to take your suppose you have to measure this angle, which is represented here with the ray 1 and ray 2 green color. We have to place our D on this ray 1 in a such a way that the baseline overlaps with ray 1 and the center point overlaps with the vertex. Overlaps means it should completely hide your ray 1 and the vertex. After placing it correctly, you have to check where your ray 2 is meeting, at what point, or and on which degree it is overlapping with. And here, as you can see in this picture, that it is this green color, and in this inset also you can see that this green color ray 2 is coming on 60. This 60 is the number, so this means this angle is of 60 degree. Now, another thing is that how we will get to know whether we have to take the outer scale or the inner scale. As you can see here, they have labeled with a purple color that this outer scale is starting from 0, 10, 20 from from left hand side, whereas from right hand side in the inner scale it's starting from 0. We always have to check on this. We have to check which side our ray 1 is pointing. Our ray 1 is pointing towards left hand side. So we have to check where our 0 is there on left hand side. So here we can see on left hand side our 0 is in the outer scale. That means we have to follow the outer scale, because our counting always starts from 0. We will never go backward. We will not start counting from 180 and then 170 and then 160. We always start counting from 0. So here, if we start from 0, then 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60. So finally our ray 2 meets with 60 degree. So hence this measurement of this angle will be 60 degree. Now here is a small short graphic where you can see how the D has been taken to the vertex, matched with the vertex, the center point and the vertex, and then the baseline is matched with the, now here you can see baseline is matched with ray 1 by tilting the D, and then finally counting the degrees from outer scale, and it is coming on 115 degree. See again. Yes. Here you can see 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 115. It is between 110 and 120. So that means the measurement of this angle will be 115 degree. Now children, to draw the angles, we follow the same method of using the D. But before we draw an angle, we have to first draw our base line, that will be our ray 1. So here you can see, suppose we have to draw a angle of 40 degree. So we will first draw a line with a pencil and a scale and mark vertex on it. The endpoint will be marked as vertex. Then we will place, in step number 2, we will place our D in such a way that the center and the vertex overlaps and the baseline and our ray 1 base ray should overlap. In step number 3, you will mark the point 40 degree. In this case, because my ray is pointing towards right hand side, so I will see my 0 is in the outer scale here. So I will again go by my outer scale and you can see it's coming on 40. So I'll mark a point on 40, and then after removing my D, I will join the point, which the new point and the vertex, and this, by joining this, I will get an angle of 40 degree. So this is the way we construct the